All right, hello there, people of the internet. My name is Usuduwar Jagero, and this is Political Headache. Today, we are discussing 2027. Now, what happened the other day was that Nyong'o was interviewed by TV47, right? Mm-hmm. It was TV47, I believe, from his home, I believe, because I could see a curtain behind him early in the morning at around 8 a.m. in the morning. And he said that Raela is going to stand as a president, is going to run as a president in 2027. And so the question that we've been asking ourselves here at Political Headache is that the issue of Raela is very interesting.
Yes.
Raela almost said two-term when they were together with Ruto at some event in the past 3 or 4 days. And then people were joking on the internet that Karibu Jamaa seme two-term. But then I do not know whether who is fooling who in as far as this is concerned. First of all, to start the question, Mr. Odhiambo, and Mr. Odhiambo is my guest today in the studio. Mr. Odhiambo, how are you doing?
I'm amazing as usual.
You're doing well?
Amazing.
Is there money? There is money.
You'll see signs.
You'll see signs. Nice heart. I saw Widi was wondering whether, kuna pesa imeingia mahali.
He's seeing signs.
But you see, in politics, there is always money.
Of course.
And you're a politician and a communication
And I'm
strategist.
just from doing a very good research and, yeah.
You want to talk about that research?
Of course.
You talk about the research, by the way.
No, you say what you know about the research.
I know that there was something about agenda in Kisumu.
Yes.
All right? But I do not know about it in detail. So probably, and I don't know what to say. So probably, Kisumu County is a very interesting county, by the way. Coming 2027, we have Honorable Ron, we have Owili, we have Ojenda, we have Buyu, and then we have nobody else.
Mm-hmm. We have somebody else.
Yeah.
Who is not known. We have Ranguma who is contesting. We have so many people.
Ranguma is contesting? Really?
Yeah, but I'll tell you. Let's discuss Raela first. We'll deal with that later.
No. Let's discuss Ojenda. What were you doing in Kisumu for?
I was conducting a survey. I run a firm called Africa Insight Partners.
Okay.
That is a market intelligence firm. Basically, what we do is we do deep dive into the market to understand different insights. We've been working majorly with the big pharma.
Yes.
But now we've gotten interest from the political side
to
conduct some level of surveys and researches. And that's why we went to Kisumu to conduct that study. Now, when you go to conduct a study, obviously you come from a hypothesis. And our hypothesis, number one, was that Oron was the front runner because the wave has been quite strong. From the funerals I've attended, the place I have been, it's been quite strong. And we're also having a hypothesis that Honorable Ojenda will then come in as number 2 or number 3. So basically being the outlier of the race.
What is an outlier in politics?
An outlier in politics is basically the underdog, the person who is not within the format.
What does that mean? Ojenda does not look like an underdog in Kisumu.
He is an underdog. Why is he?
But Ojenda is the person that has been out there from the very beginning. The other day I saw him taking a photo with Raela Odinga and Nyong'o, and he was saying that the incoming and the outgoing together in a picture. So why are you saying that Ojenda is an underdog?
He's an underdog because is the black is it the black word of the house?
The black horse?
The black sheep?
The black sheep.
Yes, the black sheep of the ODM establishment. So Ojenda is not really welcome as an ODM candidate in Kisumu, of course, for obvious reasons.
But we have not. That's
self-made.
What you're saying is very disturbing and concerning because we are not even at the point of nomination. So why are you saying this?
Because I know. Maybe I have privileged information which you don't. So I'm telling you, he sits as an outlier and as the underdog in the 2027 elections.
When are the nominations for Kisumu County? Gubernatorial.
I am hoping that there's no nomination for Kisumu County because
no. But if they were to be there, when would that be?
Sometime in 2026 or sometimes in 2027 before March.
Before March.
Yeah, or April.
So to be fair, about a year from now.
Yeah.
And we know who is not going to be nominated.
We know who is not welcome in ODM.
That's interesting.
The principle of Odingaism is that it's absolute. What needs to be done has to be done, and there's no forgiveness in their practice of politics.
Yeah,
they don't kill like other people.
Yeah,
they don't maim like other people.
Yeah.
But your career is basically locked out for as long as they live. So Ojienda is going to suffer that same fate of the Odingas not welcoming him for obvious reasons. That he is self-made and he contested the speaker seat in 2022 by bringing somebody called Ongou, who was one of the former MCAs to contest for the speaker seat. The speaker seat is a preserve of Raela. In fact, the governor of Kisumu is Raela, with an administrator sitting there as a figurehead called Anyang' Nyong'o. Yeah, so Ojienda...
That is surreal.
That's real. That's very real. That's
Real
very
and surreal.
Yeah, because it's tricky. The ODM game at the county is very tricky. It's more about business than the people. It's more about business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's go back to Raila Odinga then. Raila Odinga has been... in fact, I will also talk
Though Ojienda will win Kisumu governorship in 2027, he will win. He will take it home early in the morning. Ojienda is going to be the next governor of Kisumu County in 2027. Very easy, very easy, very easy, very, very easy.
Again, is that wave?
Which wave?
Of 3Ps, 6Ps? Is it 6Ps today?
Where is it?
See, the people of Kisumu are going to the Luos will always do 6Ps.
Kisumu has 5 constituencies, has 7 constituencies.
Okay.
4 of these constituencies are rebel constituencies.
Which ones?
Kisumu West is a rebel constituency. They've always elected somebody who is out of ODM. It's the first time that they've elected somebody in ODM.
Okay.
In the name of Rosa Buyu. Kisumu East is always a rebel constituency. Their current serving MP, I think, is having his second or third term on an independent ticket. Kisumu Central has never really been an ODM absolute. It is ODM that gives whoever they choose. So ODM cannot play around with Kisumu Central.
Okay.
ODM cannot impose.
So Kisumu East is an outlier in terms of, and then Kisumu West,
then Kisumu Central.
So the entire Kisumu city, which is really
actually
which is voter rich.
The epicenter of Kisumu politics is rebel. Okay. Then there is one that sits at the far end of the county. That is Moroni. Moroni has elected Koyo, who literally never speaks where ODM speaks. Yeah, they elected him on PDP, and anytime there's a nomination, Koyo gets his ticket from the court. He never really gets it from, the popular.
What do you
ODM.
mean by the court?
Because the nominations are always bungled to the extent that they always end up in court. In fact, the Supreme Court, like the last election.
During nominations.
Yes.
They went all the way to the Supreme Court.
To the Supreme Court. Koyo got his ticket at the Supreme Court. So already 4 constituencies are out. That is a very fertile ground. We just need to polarize it, and we will do it. And ODM is losing Kisumu in 2027. Take it to the bank.
Okay, so then let's talk about. I'm also going to talk to you about the upcoming matriarch.
Yes.
Luo Nyanza, who is Gladys Wanga.
Right.
And you know something that I don't understand about Gladys Wanga, and this is something that I'm gonna ask you, because in place of Gladys Wanga, I had actually seen Millie Odhiambo to be where Wanga is. Have you thought about it?
Of course, yes.
But something happened. She's a Wanga. Okay.
All right. That's interesting when you look at it.
Anyway,
yeah.
We are talking about the elections of 2027. The other day, sidekick of Baba said that Raela is going to be. Before that, we were really wondering whether Raela is going to run for presidency.
Who is this sidekick of Baba?
Nyong'o.
Oh, he's a sidekick. I didn't know.
Sidekick. See, the people around him.
No, Anyang' Nyong'o just committed intellectual suicide to work with Raela. The same to Orengo.
What do you mean? What do you mean committed intellectual suicide?
Because the level of intellect that Anyang' Nyong'o has is one that could not be subservient to the Odinga philosophy.
But we always know that intelligence is inferior to politics.
Of course it is, but also intelligence could be superior to politics if you're strategic enough. So it's a conspiracy where Anyang' Nyong'o, Orengo, and Ike decided to agree on grid management formula. Okay.
Grid management formula.
Yeah, grid management formula, so that they can sit at the table, elect one of them to be a supremo, and then all of them support the supremo. And that's what has been, and that's what is still on. So he's not really a sidekick. He's that's a surviving version of him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me about how 2027 plays out, the context of how 2027 plays out if Raela is running for president.
Well, I've said before, and I'll repeat, that 2027 gives the best chance for Raela to become the president of Kenya.
Okay.
A chance like no other. Because Raela is going into 2027 with a very weak incumbent, extremely weak incumbent, and a very strongly fragmented opposition.
I don't.
Or a deeply fragmented
the incumbent
opposition.
here is
William
Excellency, the President William Ruto.
Yes.
And I'm wondering, I perhaps people think that he's weak, but what makes you think that he's a weak incumbent? Kibaki was weak as an incumbent
he's a
in
weak
2007.
Ruto made a big mistake by impeaching Gachagua. He's only realizing now, but for those of us who are politically savvy, we saw it back then, that this was a big mistake. Whatever he needed to do was just to take a bit of Mount Kenya or substitute Gachagua with somebody in 2027.
Yeah.
Okay?
But somebody was telling me that whichever way the first term of President William Ruto went, Gachagua was not going to be in the same ballot box with him.
Of course, that was true.
And so
yeah.
A lot of people are saying that it was better for him to come out early than to amass whatever he could and get the resources he needed to fight Ruto in 2027.
It talks about the principal aim of ODM.
You can paraphrase it.
Yes, the principal... it can't be. I don't know that their network is down. Their name is down, I think. It says the principal aim of ODM is to acquire state power. The principal mandate, the principal intention is to acquire state
power.
State power. Do you know what state power is?
The presidency.
The presidency.
But isn't that the biggest, reason why political parties get formed? Even DNA, even DCP, all of them want to be...
Of course, but all of them, which one is seated next to power right now? In your estimation?
ODM.
ODM.
Okay.
Yeah, ODM is the one that is literally next to it.
So tell me about Raela. Raela has announced. At what point do you think he announces to be president?
Raela will announce...
Because you've talked about him mark timing.
Yes. Now, Raela is mark timing in power or around Ruto because this is a competitor that's already limping. Ruto is a competitor to Raela that's already limping. And Raela seeing this, Raela is a vulture of politics, literally. He sees an opportunity of running away with this thing. The only thing that may change the whole thing is that Ruto is trustworthy in his promises to his compatriots. You'll see Ruto rewarding all his loyalists. All. There's no Ruto loyalist who is out. And even now, even Raela, with whatever he did for Ruto, there are so many goodies that I have seen that he has. His life has changed. Yeah. Do you want me to say them?
Yeah.
Okay.
We know.
You know, right?
We know everything. Yeah, I think we know.
His life has changed.
Yeah. But has it really changed? I don't think so. I think Raela has basically had a very good life for the last 40 years.
I think so.
Yeah, he's got everything he needs.
No. Raela started seeing real money in 1997, 1998 during the cooperation.
Yeah, but when is that? That is 30 years ago, is it not?
This is not 30 years. This is 25, 6 years ago. Raela was not a very rich man. In fact, the first time Raela saw real money.
But Raela was born in privilege.
No, he was not born in privilege.
He was.
No.
When was Raela born?
How long did Raila's father serve as a vice president?
A few weeks.
Yeah, just a few weeks. Actually, a couple of weeks. It could be 2 years, but it's a couple of weeks still.
Yeah.
We're just being, but it's up for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Plus, he was an upright man. Jaramogi was an upright man. And so, being an upright man, he didn't gather much.
Have you Raela came out differently.
Tongue in cheek.
Would you say that Raela is an upright man?
I didn't say that he's an upright man. No, I didn't. But his father was
when you say that Jaramogi Oginga Odinga was an upright man, what are you saying about Raela?
Jaramogi Odinga, compared to Raela, was better than Raela.
Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of taking care of the people, in terms of a vision, in fact, he had a vision for the people. He had something that was going to work for the people. But it was, Jaramogi was very idealistic. He saw the state for what it could become. I don't think if Raila saw the state for what it could become, he sees the state for what he can become. And that is a very interesting way of getting into governance or getting into leadership, because then you don't serve the people, you self-serve. And Raila is a capitalist par excellence, having established a number of investments in hotels, in energy. He's very big in petroleum. He's very, very big in very many other fields, which I may not have to mention. But then that compromises him, because he goes for what serves him first, then the people later, especially in his later years. And look, I won't mind what Raila is doing for one reason, that Kenyans are also not very appreciating of the fights of these leaders. Some of them die in absolute poverty, and Raila protecting himself first is not bad. So Raila faces the challenge of the incumbency, but also the beauty of the incumbency, that Ruto being there as a weak incumbent, Ruto is at Raila's mercy. And so Ruto will have to serve at Raila's mercy. That's number one. Number two, Raila can become the vulture that he is and push Ruto out of power in the following format. The first format, Raila can do the run of strategy, which is, it's a very dark thing, but that is what politics is. Raila agrees with a fragmented opposition, okay? That let us have a deal. I've lost my base, but I want you guys to proceed and contest, and also contest with an agreement, a secret pact, that we, at the end of the first election, the first run, we will have three. As I said before, we'll have three candidates, front runners, because here is Kalonzo, here is Raila, here is Ruto. And it could go either way. If Ruto and Kalonzo become number 1 and 2 respectively, and Raila then number 3, then Raila will need to support either of them. If Raila and Ruto become number 1, number 2, then it means they're contenders. Raila cannot now support Ruto then. So that brings us to the person who's number 3 in the fragmented opposition coming to support either Raila or Ruto. So Raila needs a pact with either of Kalonzo, Gachagua, etc., so that at the end of the first election, then they go into the runoff as a united.
So it's a pre-election pact.
Yes, it's a secret pre-election pact. Secret.
And say that you guys run.
Yes.
I run.
Yes.
And then
we deny the president 50+1.
We deny the president 50+1.
But for that to happen, Raila must do something.
Like what?
Raila must change his thinking and operation around ODM nominations.
How is them coming together with these other people? What does it have to do with the ODM nominations?
Good. I can tell you, between now and 2027, people are tired with imposition of candidates. Raila can also do this. He can simply say that, hey, for nominations, these are our candidates, direct nomination. It happens even in Britain. So it is not strange to happen here. He can say this.
But that's not democracy.
It's democracy.
It is not.
It is democracy.
How is it democracy?
Because it is allowed that the party can nominate their candidate and give the people that this is our candidate for this. And they can use various forms, like they can use scientific opinion polls to do that, to assess who then is popular. Or they can go via their interest and say, okay, it's just our interest. We want Jagero to be our candidate for constituency A, B, C, D.
I understand the interest part of it, but I don't understand the idea of somebody is more popular. If they are popular, then allow the people to elect them.
What is democracy? Democracy is a popularity contest.
Yes.
So once it's a popularity contest, and they can agree, actually they can even go consensus. Raila has done it before in Siaya in 2013, when Rasanga, Oduol Denge, and etc. were contesting for that seat. He called them to have a consensus, and they did have a consensus and came up with Rasanga.
No, but Oduol refused.
He didn't refuse.
When did Oduol refuse?
He didn't refuse.
When did Oduol have go to court?
2013. No, I think that must be 2013. Around 2013, it was a consensus decision. But then,
but Oduol did not agree to it, did he?
Of course, he didn't agree. outside, but inside he agreed. So consensus is one of the pathways, okay? So ODM can simply say, hey, we are having this list of candidates, and this is what we are going with, so you guys align, okay? So to spare us the agony of going to nomination, then he steals the elections on behalf of his people. It's bad manners that he learned from Kibaki. This issue of rigging elections. It's bad manners. In fact, Anyang' Nyong'o and Raela, who are Democrats, learned this vice from Kibaki, and it must stop. Because if he goes on with it, then the voter apathy is going to go higher. Now look at it this way.
Okay.
Kisumu County, for example, in 2022, has 606,000 registered voters. The ones who turned up to vote were only 450,000.
I hope that you are enjoying that episode, people of the internet. You know, everybody says there is no job, and that is true. Also, that was me 10 years ago. The problem is that everybody is trying to get a job in their own town, in their own city, in their marketplace. They ask friends for jobs, mothers call uncles, uncles call fathers, but there are no jobs, right? Let me tell you what no one is telling you. Jobs migrated online. What I actually mean is there are many, many jobs around the world, and there is no one to do them. I have worked for a long time online, I think more than 10 years. I work for Americans, I work for Europeans, I work for the Chinese, the Australian, Canadians, the Ugandans, name all of them. And last year, I had a eureka moment. I said to myself, you know what? I should compile what I have been doing for the last 15 years. So in 2024, I wrote a book called Gold Mine, 18 Side Hustles for Africans. And it sold a lot of copies. In fact, I was going for, sometimes I was receiving 500 orders in a day. In 2025, something happened. AI came. I think in 2025, AI came. AI came in 2024, but in 2025, it is here with us. And people say AI is taking away their jobs. And for me, I'll say false. There are actually AI jobs. Now, mimi ni nani? I created more jobs. We now have in my book 25 online and offline side hustles that you can do anywhere in the world, whether you are in the village, whether you are in your small town, whether you're in a marketplace, whether you are in your house, you can do them. In this powerful volume 2, I share 25 new actionable online hustles specifically researched and tailored for Africans. My new book provides clear step-by-step guidance, drawing from my extensive experience and research, including the mistakes I have made and lessons I have learned over 15 years in this online job market. You can become an executive assistant to busy folks in Europe, America, and Canada. You can also get paid for tasks like watching videos and taking online surveys. There are many of them, and they're in my book. You can also build a business as a virtual assistant, start an e-commerce without a shilling. You can also become an affiliate marketer or an online English tutor. And you can also do tens of AI jobs, and they're all in these books. If you have a job, that is fine, but I know around you there are so many people that are always looking for jobs and at home watching Netflix. Buy this book for your brother, for your sister, for your mother, cousin, husband, who is back at home all day, all night watching Netflix. Okay? Buy it for your friends. That friend who is always asking you for cash, you can buy this book for them. All the information is in the description below. You can also inbox me, you can WhatsApp me, or you can go to my website, which is oduorjagero.co.ke. The book is only 1,000 Kenya shillings. Or if you're anywhere around the world, the book is $10. So thank you very much. Back to programming. Say that again?
Kisumu County, as a 2022 voter register, has 606,000 voters. It's only 450,000 who turned up to vote.
So about a third did not vote.
So that's 70% is the one that turned. 30% ililala. And remember, the difference between Raela and Ruto, as I've always said, was Raela was 48.45% of the total votes cast. Ruto was 50 point something, 50.49. Okay.
A difference of 200,000.
A difference of 200,000 and a percentage difference of 2-3%. Now, 2-3%, 30%, extrapolate it in the whole of his strong basis. I told you total in Lunyanza, it was 700,000 votes, zenye zililala. And these people, an exit poll that we have conducted has shown that they didn't vote, because I did a purposive study that was analyzing why didn't you vote. Number one, the screener was, we must find out that you didn't actually vote in 2022. Then we find out why didn't you vote. 63.9 of these people who didn't vote were saying they were attributing it to shambolic party primaries. Shambolic party primaries.
So our preferred candidate was won, but was not given the ticket, and therefore, okay, we are not voting.
Yeah, because politics is local at the end of the day. Politics is
Local. What does that mean?
It means the first interest of the voter is the closest representative they're seeing, which in this case is an MCA, then an MP, then a women rep, then a governor, before they think about the president. So if you already deny them the local choice, then they don't have the motisha to go and vote. But if you do it in an open way that is verifiable, then guys will still turn up and vote, because even those who are defeated will come out and say, I concede, but we are in the party, we are going ahead. But these guys, it has been the history of ODM that once you are defeated, and not defeated, once you are rigged out, you are cast aside, and you don't have any future again in politics unless you contest independent to the ballot. And some of those independents have won. Migori, Obado won with PDP in 2013, and ODM was forced to give him the party ticket in 2017.
For fear of embarrassment.
Of course, right? And when Jared Okelo of Nyando, for example, is always being given the ticket because he had given ODM a run for its money, and many more. We've even had a Wiper Democratic Party member winning at some seat in Alego. I think it was the MP for Alego or something. Okay, so Raela must rethink his party nomination thing. It is working against him for his capital interest, which is becoming the president. And this time around, he has to do it very well. If he doesn't do it very well, then I can assure you, people have no problem giving Raela his vote. But again, people will have problem turning out to vote and giving him that vote. Because why should I give you if you are refusing to give me mine? So he has to work out that. If he doesn't work out that, well, it's a loss for him.
Give me my voice and I'll give you your voice.
Yeah, just give my voice. I want my voice who is an MCA that I've elected.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Now, 2, Raela becomes the president in 2027 if he does this one thing. There's this Gen Z movement, which is activism. Now, if the activism is not channeled towards Raela or towards the opposition properly, by restructuring their policies and rewriting the manifesto and rejoining the people in a very nicely concocted propaganda or narrative, then this is going to be a problem. This Gen Z thing is going to be a problem. Remember, in 2027, our projection is that 5.4 million votes are going to be Gen Z votes. Now, 5.4 is huge. Even if they just turn out 30% or just 50%, is enough to tilt the balance. Because that's a million plus already. Okay? Now, we need to channel these people into the ODM politics. If they're not channeled, then Raela loses. But if they're channeled, Raela wins. How? Someone like Kisumu Makoure, who is the representative or so symbolic figurehead of the Gen Zs. He has been utilized by ODM, but is not bringing any value to the Youth League. Explain. Do you know the ODM Youth League?
No, I know it in a very scanty kind of way. I'm not properly, acquainted with it.
So ODM has a youth league. This youth league is where people like Babu Owino, Sifuna, Nani, the young Turks belonged to. It's no longer there. It's dead. You saw Sifuna and Wamushomba and Babu Owino and who sit in something called Kenya Moja. Are you aware that there's a coalition coming up called Kenya Moja?
A coalition of parties or a coalition of individuals?
Of individuals from different parties. The young individuals young leaders in this country from different parties. And that's why Sifuna is going out of ODM by October 2025.
So what is Kenya Mova? It's something very amorphous that we don't understand.
It's very amorphous, but it's going to take shape. It's going to take shape where Sifuna and this team of young Turks,
yes,
who should be ideally the ODM Youth League, are tired because there's no listenership in ODM. Nobody listens to them. So Marco Ure going there into ODM is realizing as well that it is quite difficult to be effective in ODM. It's quite difficult. There's nothing he can do because number one, he's not resourced. ODM never spends money on anything. He's not resourced. Marco Ure is not resourced for him even to engage these people because Marco Ure needs to go as himself to engage the Gen Zs to convince them why they should join ODM. He's not being empowered to do that. This guy is only flying around in choppers. This guy is only appearing next to Raela. This guy is not being given the chance and the money to actually do what he needs to do. He's a very brilliant man, by the way. He can actually make ODM rejuvenate its ODM Youth League by allowing a totally new blood. The same reason why the churches always concentrate on youth ministry is the same reason why ODM needs to concentrate on youth ministry, because that assures them of a lifeline. Look at ODM executive director right now, Oduor Ongwen. Too old to think for these Gen Zs. Too old.
How old is he?
Very old. You look at him, you see the age.
He's the what?
He's the ED, executive director.
The executive director.
The one who signs.
The ED, the one that stays at Orange House.
Yes.
Okay.
Look at the party honchos. People look at the National Executive Council. That is the neck. The neck. That is the.
By the way, what who is in the neck of ODM?
In the neck, there is always the
party leader. The party leader is Raela
Odinga.
Uh-huh.
We have the Secretary General Sifuna. We have the ED Ongwen.
How many party leaders does ODM have?
Just one.
There are no. He's not deputized?
No, he's deputized by Osotsi, who is an entity in ODM for me. Uh-huh. He's also deputized by somebody from Mombasa called Abdul Somar Nasir Sharif or something.
Okay.
Then he's also deputized by somebody from Kisi.
So there are four. There are four deputies.
No, there are three.
Three deputies.
There's this guy from Kisi called Arati.
Simbarati.
Yes, Simbarati.
He's a deputy party leader.
He's a deputy party leader, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So these people already, they're disconnected from because their youthfulness is eroded. They're old, Jagero. They are gone. They should give way in a very good heart.
In your head,
yeah,
you are thinking that for ODM to have that hot blood,
yes,
we need Kasmuel resourced. Yes. Mm-hmm. We need Babu Owino, not as an outlier,
yes,
but somebody within.
Exactly.
We need
a gender.
Within. We need
because look, someone like
let me count.
No, wait. Let me help you. Someone like Babu Owino has his own money. He can actually help ODM.
Okay.
But he's already being pushed to the sides. He's an intelligent man.
Okay.
He can calculate and say, if I put my investments here, is it going to give me some return on investment?
Yes.
Zero. Ojenda is a billionaire. He could actually support ODM. Kidero supported ODM here in 2013. We saw it with his billions. Okay? So even the guys who can help finance ODM are being shoved to the side. The poor ones who are within, who are occupying space, should give way because they're old and poor. They should give way to the ones who are able and have the
resourced and young.
Yeah, resourced and young. You understand? Why are you old and poor? Get out, man.
Raila's brother.
Raila's brother is rich.
Is he?
Oburoginga. Hey, that dad is rich.
I don't know about that.
And he's a peaceful, intelligent man. He holds conversation with everybody across the board. He's the one who brings back the prodigal sons of ODM.
No wonder he's the youth leader.
He's the youth leader. We love him. Even me, I love him. And I respect him for his intellect, by the way. He's a good man. He has a very good social skills. So the old and weary in ODM, old, weary, and poor, give way. Let the young, resourced, who are having ODM at heart, continue with the story of ODM so that ODM can capture power in 2027. Because we need these young men. Somebody like Babu Owino, he has Nairobi in his hands. Somebody like Ojienda has Kisumu in his hands. Somebody like Abdul Samar, the guy in Mombasa, he has ODM in his hands and in his heart. He can help ODM. But this guy is not being given the chance.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. Now, that said, we go to the third possibility of how Raela becomes the president in 2027. And it's a very simple one. That Raela contests by taking Kalonzo as his deputy. That one kills the fragmented opposition.
We have the Mount Kenya vote intact the other side.
Of course.
And that creates a third force.
Let me tell you, politics is very funny, my brother. Today, if Raela and Kalonzo choose to go on one side, Mount Kenya will back Ruto. The only problem Mount Kenya has with the Ruto is Raila being in government. Do you know that?
I don't know.
Now I'm telling you. There's no issue. There's no emotion, by the way. It's just like this sidekick of yours. What is he doing here? It's like a marriage, you know?
Yeah, but for how long is the Mulima going to feel the same? Because they felt the same when Uhuru also had a dalliance with Raila Odinga.
Yeah, Raila is the problem for them. They don't need Raila there. And I know Ruto understands that. It's just that Gashagua's impeachment was a bad thing, as I've told you before. They needed to have thought differently. Okay. Now the runoff strategy was the second one. I've told you about the youth wave realignment.
Yes.
The fourth one is the institutional credibility path. There's a mistake that Raila does in every election, and that he has to stop. Voter confidence must be inspired by him. Raila constantly plays a victim in this politics by always attacking the credibility of IEBC. Whenever you attack the credibility of IEBC, some of your voters also don't turn out to vote because they lose hope in the process. You must inspire hope in the IEBC and continuously vote for the IEBC and say IEBC is going to do the right thing, like Ruto did. You remember? One of the things that made Ruto's people turn out 100% was by saying, mimi naweza ibiwa kura mimi. Siwezi ibiwa kura. Ama nakaa mtu wa kuibiwa kura. So he was giving the confidence that even if IEBC is bad, he's not going to lose it.
Do you actually think that that's what Ruto was trying to do?
Of course, inspiring the voter confidence. And this thing we did say in the secretary, we told them, stop this nonsense of talking about IEBC going to rig Raila's votes. This thing is going to make our voters wary. Don't do it. Tell the voters that IEBC is going to do the right thing. They will turn up and vote. Look, Jagero, IEBC has come of age to an extent that now the only person who can bungle an election are these politicians and not IEBC itself. If, in any case, IEBC could bungle elections, 2022 was the highest stake of elections in this country that has ever been in terms of vote counting. Vote counting. Highest stake was in 2022 with a difference of 2-point-something%. It could shift either way. In fact, if you get mistakes, or even just 2 mistakes to raise a reasonable doubt in court, it could shift either way. But it did not. Why? Because electoral process in this country has come of age and is doing so well. So Raila has to inspire his people by telling them, actually, IEBC is right. IEBC is going to do the right thing. You turn up and vote. But don't tell your people that the IEBC is going to steal the elections on behalf of President Ruto, especially after they part ways, because they're going to part ways. As a strategy or as a pure intention.
I want to get to the bottom of this narrative of Raila going to leave to leave the government, because I really don't think he's going to leave the government.
Did you believe in 2023 that Raila would ever join President Ruto when he was walking around with suvrias on his head and wearing bulletproof vests?
But that is what he wanted.
That is always what.
That's what
I
he
told
wanted.
you, if you go to ODM,
I think that's what he wanted, and I also believe that the reason why Raila had to get into government was because Ruto was cornered in a way. Gachagua had just left. The house was in chaos. The house was on fire.
I mean, I agree with you.
The streets were on fire. And the Munyoro guy was egging them to burn a little more.
Yeah, to burn a little more. I agree with you. And even that Gen Z vote, by the way, that Gen Z energy, even on Munyoro, it could be delusional to think that he has it.
Yeah.
If it's not channeled, you don't have it. It must be channeled.
No, I don't think that Wamunyoro has the.
He doesn't have
the youth vote.
It doesn't have it.
He is very sympathetic to them, but also Ruto is also doing something unbelievable in as far as bringing the Gen Z back into the fold. He has been on a serious journey, trying to woo them and telling them that, look, we are all together in this thing. We are all friends. He put up a big party for them at State House the other day together with his friend Sakaja. Then the guy from his deputy is also doing a big party in Meru. His other Ichungwa is also doing a big party on his backyard. I mean, there are so many big parties. Wanga is doing a big party.
It does not anchor.
Yeah?
All those big parties don't anchor because he's doing politics of tokenism. He's not doing politics of progress.
But in Kenya, we have always had politics of tokenism.
And that's the
politics we have.
Exactly, and that's what these Gen Zs are saying, that, hey, enough is enough.
What?
Stop it.
Hey, have they disagreed with the tokenism?
Of course they disagree.
When Ruto was holding a party at State House, did they disagree?
Did you hear or have you done an assessment to understand where those pikipikis that were given are today? Yesterday when I was polishing my shoes at Valley Arcade, some gentleman came in, some boda guy, and when he came in, he sat next to me, and he was telling the friend who is the shoe shiner that the president was wasting our time. He gave us some juice cola, which ilituuma tumbo, number one. And number two, hizo pikipiki alitupea 3 pikipiki base ya watu 20. 3 pikipiki nasaidia ni tumeuza hizo pikipiki.
Ati base ya
watu 30.
30 people, 1 pikipiki.
3 pikipiki. So
3 pikipiki
so a pick one apiko, 10 people.
10 people.
Yes.
So squad.
So it's not empowerment. So
better than not. That is empowerment.
It's not empowerment.
How much is a pikipiki?
It's like 99 or 105,000.
Let's say that a pikipiki is 100,000.
Yeah.
Correct? Mm-hmm. So you basically you have been given 300,000.
Yeah.
For 30 people. Mm-hmm. How much is that?
You should have given them the money.
No. How much is that?
Listen to me.
How much is that?
Okay, that's 300.
That's 300,000.
Yeah.
But 300,000 divided by 30 people is how much?
10.
10.
Yeah.
But 10 is enough for you to go and take your pikipiki as a down payment.
Then you pay how much at the end? This pikipiki loaning
whatever
companies,
it is.
Which at the end of paying that pikipiki,
but you don't.
You've paid 300,000 for one pikipiki.
Which government has ever given people 10,000?
Okay, let me tell you something.
Which government?
This thinking of yours is what we need to do away with. I'm telling you. Because if you have 300,000 shillings,
okay,
and let's say we organize these pikipiki guys in circles, because they're circles, and tell them, hey guys, this 300,000, I'm putting for you in the circle as your seed capital.
Okay.
You're allowed to save as your whatever, as your groups. Save even 10,000 per day, or because 30 people can save 10,000 per day.
Yes.
10,000 per day times 20 days, that's 200. 200 times 10. That is around 2 million shillings, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
2.3 million. You're allowed to take 3 times. Some circles even give 4 times what you've saved. Then you can go and do something important with it, like building something.
The problem with you is that how do you photograph that?
You're a sharp man. You can photograph that, I agree.
How do you?
I lose
we
that
are in a place where we need photography.
Photo ops.
Na wewe unaongea mambo ya watu wanasema hizo ni stories za jaba. Ati mtu aende aseme asimame apige hiyo story.
Yes.
Oh, they will say uchamana tudanganya.
Then the problem with Kenya is not Ruto.
Huh?
Maybe the problem in Kenya is with us. It's not Ruto.
No, it is historical and it is trauma.
This suggestion that I'm giving you.
Yes.
Why do you think it is weird? Go to Rwanda, Kigali. The Boda Boda Association in Kigali. Just a minute.
Okay.
The Boda Boda Association in Kigali, Rwanda.
Yes.
Has built, do you know, they have a whole tower inside Kigali. A whole tower.
Yeah.
Almost 12 floors.
Okay.
Belonging to the Boda Boda Association. These guys don't have issues of school fees, of health, of what. These guys are well covered because they are dividends. They receive dividends. Passive income for them every other month.
I think at the stage
it
where
can be done
at
in
the
Kenya.
stage where we are right now,
Yes.
Ruto does not need silent staff.
But
because huko nyuma kuliharibika.
That is the
so
mistake
we
he's
do
doing.
not need silent staff.
Look, this thing
we need
Jagero,
to go out there.
Jagero.
Yeah.
This thing is practical.
Okay.
This thing can only take 10 months and the change is there. 10 months. Literally. Now, this 10 months, Ruto needs to have a department that incubates his ideas like this one. A department that is dedicated to incubating these things. For example, agriculture. Let me give you a very basic example. Normally, a crop takes how long to maturity?
3 months.
3 to 6 months.
Yes.
On the highest, 6 months.
Bando is 3 months.
Sugarcane takes 18 months, which is the oldest crop I've ever seen. I don't know why people still plant that thing. But anyway, it's okay.
Sugar.
So, agriculture. If Ruto wanted to consider in agriculture, he would take like groups of youths to Israel for a benchmarking for 3 months. Then bring them back, give them money, let them go and plant. And not just give the money, follow how this money is being used. You can actually, instead of giving them the actual money, buy farm inputs. Support them. Have your agricultural extension officers go to the ground, support them. Within 6 months, these guys are selling their produce. They're going to be rich. They're going to be millionaires. Evidence, 6 months. Evidence. Picha iko ama haiko. Number one. Border borders. Whatever they want to do.
The problem with you and your countrymen is that agriculture was devolved.
Of course.
Yeah.
But does not...
what is your Nyongo doing with agriculture?
Do we have a minister of... Don't talk about Nyongo. Nyongo is done. Do we have...
He has got 2 years, bro.
By the way...
He's got 2 years. Unajua Ahero.
Right now,
Ahero, we used to have rice.
It's just...
And Nyongo actually said that thing was going to look like... a very beautiful scenery. Nothing... Okay, anyway, go ahead.
So, if Ruto had organized these people, it will work for him. So I'm simply stealing for ODM a cheat book.
Okay.
That whatever I'm talking about, they can channel it into a manifesto and give it to Raela, and Raela sells it to the people. This is something that is doable, sensible, because these youths are saying, these Gen Zs are saying, tokenism is not working for us.
Yes.
We need something else. And this is a practical thing that we could actually do. And once this narrative is sold to them, they will actually buy it. And because it is sensible, let's go for mass competence and not exceptionalism. Okay? It will work for them. Now, lastly, Raela also has a chance to remain in power. He must not necessarily be the president of Kenya.
Say that again?
Raela has a chance to remain in power. He must not necessarily be the president of Kenya.
Must not necessarily.
No, it's not a must. He's always said it. It must not be him. It can be anybody else. Okay? Let them give Raela the chance. Let Raela give himself the chance of supporting Ruto genuinely from the onset and campaign thoroughly, because I can tell you, I have seen Raela lately. The man is tired. Jagero is tired. And it's only fair that at his age, he takes a rest and he becomes a kingmaker and supports Ruto, and Ruto continues. We can correct the mistakes that have happened.
When it's two-term?
I'm not two-term. You call me here to analyze. I'm not coming here to support anybody.
But you've just said that we should leave this thing for Ruto.
Yes.
So he's not two-term, but he's saying we should leave it for Ruto.
He should. I'm saying he should, Raela. He should.
He should?
He should leave it for Ruto. Because he has also indicated that he has no desire to have this power.
Who is your preferred candidate to rule this country post 2027?
Of all these people?
Yes.
Come to think of it, tongue in cheek.
Tongue in cheek. But you have a liking for Ruto. Nimekusoma, you have a liking. What do you admire about President Ruto?
Good. I admire his grit.
Grit.
Ruto has the grit.
Yeah.
But I detest his narcissism.
You think Ruto is a narcissist?
Pure.
I don't think so.
I detest his narcissism.
No, I don't think so. I don't think he's a narcissist.
Can I tell you?
No, but the problem with you, the problem with this guy, the problem with you is that you are double speaking.
I'm not double speaking, Jagero.
You have said
you've asked me a question and I'm answering you. You ask questions your design, I answer my style.
Okay.
You've asked me a question that who do I prefer, and I've said tongue in cheek. And you've asked me my preference of these guys, yeah?
And you've said Ruto
Ruto is quite good because he has the grit. I admire his grit. Okay?
Yeah.
Somebody gives you suggestions.
See, Ruto, but even Kibaki was worse.
Now, the person...
Suddenly you are clever.
On this set, we are proving.
You are now suddenly clever.
The person who actually supports Ruto on this set is you. Dearly from your heart.
No.
You actually love the president. I'm saying I don't hate him.
He was my preferred candidate in 2022. Did you know?
Really?
Yeah, he was. He was my preferred candidate in 2022.
Did you vote for him though?
Yeah.
See, the challenges we have in this country. Sitting right before me. The challenges we have in this country.
All right, people, thank you very much.
It's been a nice one.
Yeah, my goodness.
Thank you.
I went to Ruto because of apathy with your dingaism.
Yeah. That makes sense.
All right, people of the internet, thank you very much for joining Political Headache today. Today was really, really headache. Today was very headachy.
Big one.
A big one.
Raela can be president in 2027. He has the biggest chance. This is his time. Let him take a shot. But with intelligent people around him.
Raila.
Achukue Joakim awe karibu na
Afanye
yeye.
nini 2027?
Let me tell you, some of the biggest critics of Raila are actually the ones who can make him president, because we see the gap that he has, and we know the chances that he has to be president, but we see the poor taking advantage of him because he trusts easily.
All right, people of the internet, until another episode, bye for now.